How about that fanciness?
We're live.
We're live. We don't even have to hit buttons anymore. We just roll right into it.
So
where's the duck?
The duck is dead.
Missed the duck already.
The duck has departed.
The duck is
no more duck. You see our fancy Gearhead logo up there in the corner.
Nice.
You got all creative and made it, kick to the side.
Yeah.
Well, look at you.
How creative he is.
That took some time, man.
Man, for your old self, I bet you it did.
I was going to hand it off to one of you guys, but no. How was Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah. Good. Still full.
Same here.
Overdid it.
Not me.
My problem is we have it's not a problem. Let me backtrack. It's not a problem, but it's a dilemma. Is we always have my wife's family Thanksgiving, which is absolutely amazing, like for lunch. And then we do a 4:30, 5 o'clock dinner of my family. So it's a struggle, man. It's a horrible day from noon on.
You need a power nap right in the middle of that.
Don't have time for that.
I've been power napping all weekend. Like I've got the croup and
not a napper.
Usually I'm not. This weekend I have been. What do we want to talk about tonight?
Oh, I don't remember the pre-show.
Well, let's start out saying thanks to a couple people. Smoked Meats and Mini Trucks. They shared that we're going to be live tonight. Thanks to those guys. I talked to Narcs a little bit today from Drag Drive Repeat. He helped me get through some of the technical things on here that I was curious about since we made our changes. Thanks to that guy. You guys got anybody to thank?
Well,
always. So before we get into it, I was watching the new bucket list mob video, and
blown big block.
They kind of went off on Bad Chad, and I kind of thought you guys needed to see that video.
I haven't watched it yet. I will.
It was funny. They're doing a 64 Cadillac. They're dropping a blown big block into it. And they were talking about how they would have to take a hammer to the firewall to get the magneto to fit. And they're like, yeah, a little Bad Chat action. It'll be fine. So, yeah, apparently it's a universal thing.
Yeah, well, real knows real. That's what they say, isn't it?
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Well, let's kick this off with the one thing we were talking about, starting to kick this thing off with. You guys wanted to get into what you build or what you outsource, or do you want to get into best cars of the 80s and 90s?
Oh, just a whole bunch of stuff all at one time.
Whoa.
Which one do you want to start out with?
No, we've talked about what you should try at home and what you should probably leave up to professionals in the past. Before we did video.
This is true. But this is a chance to get some outside input. I know Bo's getting ready to start a project that you've done some research on your roll cage.
Well, yeah. Oh, we got someone saying best cars.
We will get into that in a minute, Kyle.
Yeah, no, I've done a bunch of research and I've done a bunch of welding. I've just never done the kind of project we're about to take on. It's Jimmy and I.
Yeah,
Jimmy's a pretty smart fella, It's
true.
Problem is we're both kind of stubborn, and so we're gonna have to work together to make each other happy. End of the day, it's my car, but I do trust Jimmy. So if one of his ideas is better, I'm gonna have to just admit it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's fun. We'll do good. I'm teetering right now. Do I do the 850? Or do I just do the 6-point and just run it to the 10-0 mark and leave it alone and have fun with it? You know what I mean?
Jordy, you got some input on this, I'm sure. I don't. I'm not a race car guy.
I did the 6-point and I was rolling that until I needed an 850.
And I agree, but the problem is if I just stay all motor, then I won't go faster than 10.0. I won't go faster than 1040 more than likely. But if I use the nitrous that I have, it's going to go in the 9s. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, and that was kind of my thought, was just go ahead and do it while we're at it.
Do the 850 according to Kyle.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at, but we'll see what happens. I mean, logic tells you just do it. Do it one time, get it over with. Don't go back and have to add more later. But with my car, it's not that hard to come back and add it later, but it kind of doesn't make sense either.
It's true. It's probably worth it to go ahead and knock it out initially and just have it done.
I've already got all the tubing and stuff. The design's there. It's not like it's been done a billion times. We're not reinventing the wheel here. You know, I have all the measurements and specs on where the floor needs to be cut, where the tubes needs to be go, depending on where some of the rear bars go, if there needs to be outriggers or not off the frame. We're not doing anything new and groundbreaking. So we'll see. We're going to do that in December. Sometime in December, the cage will be done.
It's December now.
Yeah. Yeah, today.
So it'll be done.
Before January.
That's a proclamation before January 1.
It'll be done before January 1.
This car has a cage. Yeah. Good deal.
No, it will be. I got no choice. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Doherty, is there anything you wish you would have outsourced on your car?
Probably
to be clear, I would love to outsource the cage. Daddy can't afford it right now.
I'd love to outsource the cage, but I didn't. I bought the cheapest pre-bent 6-point there was on the market, and I jimmied that thing in there and called it good. And it's been fine.
Yeah. You know, to go back real quick, we got a tubing bender, and Jimmy's used it a ton. He's very familiar with it. He knows how it works. This isn't like, once again, we're not doing anything that we haven't done before.
Right.
We just haven't built we've never built an 850 cage ever. So, but anyway, sorry. I had to get that out there. We do have a tubing bender and all the right stuff to do it. So,
yeah.
So, Doherty, what do you wish you would have outsourced?
That's really the only thing.
That's it? That's the only thing?
I already did. I had
the other stuff was outsourced.
I had somebody build me a motor. I had somebody build me a transmission. I had somebody build me a rear end. I mean, third member, I assembled the rear end. I don't know. Cage and tin work is what I wished I would have outsourced. And right now I'm in the market for a full 850 cert cage, and I'll redo all the tin work again when I put that in, and still won't outsource it because I'm kind of like Bo. It's not I've got enough in old Hip National for that deal. Some things you have to pay for.
Right.
Like I can't buy some injectors and switches and bleep bloop computer deals and make a fuel injection system. So I have to buy that. I can't do that there's a lot of things you have to pay money for. So as good car guys, we stuff that you don't have to pay money for, you figure it out.
Well, and that goes right back into the whole built not bought thing that people go back and forth about. You're still buying.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things you need to put together yourself, certain things you need to do yourself in order to save yourself that little bit of money.
Just to be clear, there's no doubt in my mind any of us could build a motor. I've done it. I built a small block in my turbo car, and it was fine. I had a lot of help, like a lot of advice along the way of what to do, but I did all that by myself. No, I did blow head gaskets, but that's because I was no intercooler. I was running, the snow meth injection deal. I was out goofing off one night, ran out of the meth, still getting into the boost and popped head gasket. That was 100% my fault. But sometimes when you get to a certain level, it's probably time to let someone that has all the experience in the world take over.
Yeah.
That's something you almost never do in Oklahoma is you're out playing around and you run out of meth.
Well,
So when you're building your cage, did you go through the process of asking people for advice, or did you go strictly to like the forums, stuff like that, and take a look at what the designs were that were out there?
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Bo.
Oh, I haven't done no cage yet.
Well, I mean, when you started making your plans for it.
Oh, all honesty, I finally found one company that builds a wagon specific cage, and they posted some great pictures and specs of the deal. So I just saved all that. And when I realized that I could probably swing buying the kit from them, but it says in them deals, it's still going to have some notching. There's still going to be, every kit, every car's a little bit different. So you're still going to be doing some work to it. And then, I'm going to pay someone probably more than what I paid for the kit to weld it in. Well, I can weld, you know what I mean? So I'll do a little bit of practicing and make sure the welds are pretty. But as far as structural stuff, I'm not scared to weld my own junk to keep me safe. Yeah, I mean, I guess just looking at a bunch of pictures, I haven't really talked to anybody about it. I talked to a little bit of Fraser about what materials to use, but I mean, other than that.
Well, in the pre-show, we kind of talked about getting advice from people on forums on what you need to do and how
yeah.
Do you think there's any reason to go to these forums, or do you think you just need to just try and figure this out talking to the smartest people you know?
Well, I mean, I think it depends. I feel like the three of us, we have a pretty good group of friends, and there's a lot of knowledge floating around. We can make some phone calls and learn some things. Other things, like G-body specific wiring stuff, I'll just get on a forum and look that stuff up. I don't know any G-body specialists that I can call of our friends. Now, do I have friends that come over and figure the wiring out, come and run things out? Yeah, for sure. But so could I, I think there's a thing. I think there's a time to use forums for research,
I agree.
But my thing is, I brought up the other day is, I know I was doing some research on like, what's the best fitting headers for G-body big block swap? And it was like 30 answers of just call Lemons, just call Cooks or whatever you want to call it. Have them build you a custom set. They're only like $2,700. Yeah, well, I don't know very many people that spend that much money on some headers.
This is true.
That was out of it for me. Luckily, our buddy Stoney had some Hooker 2241 sent at home. That's what I'm using.
Well, and I hit the forums to try and find headers that would fit this Fairlane. This is a very tight engine bay. The strut towers are very much in the way. And I saw 4 or 5 different recommendations. I actually bought a set based on those recommendations and based on the fact that the website I was on told me they would fit. And they do not fit.
Yeah.
So I've got a set of tri-wise that will not go on this car at all.
I remember that time I was trying to buy wheels with the correct backspace.
Yeah. Is that a forum problem?
That's a me problem. They were going off stock with 7.5s, and I had a mildly narrowed 8.8 in the wagon, so that was the issue. Yeah.
Totally makes sense. So you guys made it through Thanksgiving. Any awkward conversations you had to have with non-car people, and how do you work through them? Doherty?
I sit and troll Marketplace and look unapproachable almost the entire time.
So it's just like regular day-to-day life then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just sit and look unapproachable. That's how I did it.
I would love to use the OM, except I can't TIG.
Yeah, that's true. Bo, how'd you make it through the awkward Thanksgiving conversations?
So I have on my wife's side of the family, she's got some car people. She's cousins with the Stills. So I just find Father Stills. We all know Rick.
Yeah.
Talk to him about car stuff. But on my side of the family, my little sister's a big deal doctor. So I just make her tell me all the gross stories that she sees at work. And we have a good time with that. Yeah, that's about it.
I'm lucky enough to know enough about sports to at least maintain a conversation about sports until I can get out of there.
That was also part of my strategy. I just make fun of whoever's losing, and
that's about it.
yeah.
Yeah. You have to look up the roster. You have to have the roster on your phone so that you can
No.
pick out names.
Say, oh, look at this dipshit. Some of these games are real easy to make fun of. I think Bo and I both watched one in particular. There wasn't a lot to be thankful for at the end of that game.
No.
All
I'm saying is Kansas City may have been exposed on that game. They squeaked by a very horrible Raiders team.
Somebody said, like, the pregame, they weren't even talking about who was going to win. They were basically just going to let them play, so they knew a score to post.
Right.
Like,
and that's what everybody.
Okay, Kansas City Chiefs are getting ready to play the worst team in the NFL. So we're just going over what the Chiefs are going to do today.
Right.
The Raiders might as well not even show up.
Yeah. They were talking more about Taylor Swift than the Raiders, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. It's okay.
Taylor Swift.
Remember
the old Saturday Night Live skit? Taylor Swift versus the 2023 or 2024 Raiders. I'll take Taylor Swift by 20 points.
That's what this is going to turn into. This is going to turn into the Superfan skit. Only it's going to be all Raiders.
Did you guys have to go around and ask each other, like, what are you thankful for, and blah, blah, blah? No?
I ducked out on half of my Thanksgiving and
really?
went home. Yeah.
Huh. So what tool are you most thankful for?
Oh, okay.
Good question. There's very few times when a BFH doesn't come in handy. Like just a big hammer, you can pretty much pull off whatever you need to pull off.
He's most thankful for the garage or the fridge garage.
Yes.
Garage fridge. Jeez. I think I just had a stroke.
Yeah, I'm super thankful for the fridge. What about you, Bo? What are you most thankful for?
For my sodas and DeVilbiss guns.
Really?
I use these things more than anything, man. So I'm most thankful for. Maybe not necessarily my favorite, but
this is
that's a pretty helpful tool.
This is mine. This is the tool I'm most thankful for.
Yeah.
100%. It has the interwebs. It has all the dipshits on the forums to tell me how to do it 3 different times.
In 3 different ways.
It has the YouTubes so that I can watch dipshits do it wrong and then not do that.
Yeah.
It has it all. It has all the information. Knowledge is key.
I feel really bad for people who go on YouTube to get information and they find like the guy resurfacing his brakes with an angle grinder or the guy painting his car with a Wagner power painter.
Yeah, luckily, I think we're all. Hopefully, the Gearhead Mafia is all smart enough to just giggle and move on when you see those videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame that they let those online.
How many of those do you think is real? I think that's real stuff, or people just being
No, man, I watched one the other day. The guy was trying to make it, I forget what it even was. He was trying to make it so, oh, this is exactly what I'm doing. And he was acting like it was real AF. And I'm like, man, there is almost no chance that there are people that, I don't know what word to use instead of the word, that dumb. There's no chance there's people that ignorant that would
Uneducated.
just like you obviously eating and tying shoes and all that crap. You're smart enough to know this. This is dumb. So what? I'm gonna stick on Thanksgiving for just a minute.
Yeah.
Please.
Ham or turkey?
Turkey.
Ham.
All right. I got one ham in the bunch. I am a ham guy.
I'm a ham guy.
No, don't bro. I love ham too.
I went to my mama's house and there was turkey. Luckily, she knows what's up and she made me a meatloaf.
Meatloaf for Thanksgiving. That don't seem right.
Man, I'll eat meatloaf for breakfast. I don't really care what day it is.
Oh, I
Meatloaf's-
love me a good meatloaf.
I'm down like 4 flats on some meatloaf. And then the next day, Thanksgiving at my house, turkey again. What the crap? So I've not gorged myself yet. And then Saturday, we had the non-trad Thanksgiving at the in-laws, and it was lasagna.
Okay.
So I am a ham guy through and through when it comes to deep fried turkey. And it's the thing about it, it's still a bird.
Oh, it's you got a thing with bird. Okay, I remember. Okay, that's why.
I'm just now cruising on chicken.
You don't. I would say you used to not do chicken either.
Yeah, like we were getting ready to carve this turkey, and they're like, "Okay, who knows how to?" Ooh, yeah, I'm down with the cold meatloaf sandwiches. You know, who knows how to carve this turkey? I'm like, everything I know about how to carve a turkey came from Christmas Vacation.
Carne asada.
I said, just cut the breastises off and throw the rest away.
Yeah, not me. I get in there, and get it cut out.
I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to smell it. I want
Hey,
it all cleaned up.
I
and
do
gone.
remember a time. It seemed like a whole lifetime ago, being at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, and we were running up and down on Dixon Street one night, and I got one of those big old turkey legs, like the gargantuan
Yeah.
one. And I remember you being just good enough to give me a bite of that. You ate on that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, which surprised everybody.
Drunk John will do a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Man, you never been to a Shire's Thanksgiving yet.
You see, they're all favorites.
I don't think I have. If I have one, it's this thing called, it's my mom makes it actually. Just we call it green stuff. I don't know what it is.
Marshmallows in it.
Well, listen, it's lime jello, I think.
Yeah.
Cool Whip, and hear me out, shredded cheese.
Oh, that stuff.
And some kind of like pecans in it. I don't know. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing.
I'm out. On
Stanley's
that.
family, my wife's family has it too. They call it pink stuff, and it's kind of the same thing. But it's got pineapple and it's with cottage cheese.
It's just like what Mama has, only it's pink.
Yeah, ambrosia. Is that what it's called? Is that what green stuff is called, Rob? I'll be kind of pissed if it's been ambrosia the whole time and I didn't know. Either way, it's bomb. And I told my mom this year, if you show up to Thanksgiving dinner without green stuff, I'm putting you in a home.
What about you, Fro?
Mashed potatoes and turkey gravy. Like, I don't care for the turkey, but you got to have the turkey to have the turkey gravy.
Yeah, you stole mine. My favorite side dish is gravy because you can just make a plate and you're everything on it's questionable. So you just slather it with gravy.
Absolutely.
And then everything kind of melds to that gravy taste.
I need to go back. For some reason, I thought you were talking about desserts. That's
Oh,
where my mind went.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go turkey gravy. You can put that on anything. You can mix that up with the green stuff. Still good.
Yeah. You could put it on some crappy meatloaf and it turns into mediocre meatloaf.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
could put it on some crappy what's the stuff people screw up even though you can't because it comes in a box.
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
People still screw that up. You got to put gravy on it.
I'm debating on whether
This
or not
week
I
on
want to
Gearhead
put
Perspective,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna. No, you shouldn't.
No, I'm not.
Gross, Rob.
No thanks, Rob.
Not,
All right,
I'm not
two more. And
surprised
then
by
I'm
that
done.
comment.
Two more, and then I'm done with Thanksgiving. Sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin.
Pecan.
Can
I
you
do love
tell a difference between sweet potato and pumpkin?
Only if someone tells me what it is. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had sweet potato pie. I've had sweet potatoes.
I bet you've had sweet potato pie and didn't even know it.
Probably.
You thought it was pumpkin the whole time.
Just drink the gravy. Yeah, give me a straw, and I'll just drink a cup of gravy. Ooh, not that kind of gravy.
What about stretchy pants or self-control?
If you guys could see what I'm wearing right now,
Stretchy pants aficionado.
I don't know if you can hear this or not, but
Stretchy pants for sure.
okay.
I'm usually stretchy pants, but man, all these turkey dinners, I was self-control guy.
Yeah.
Same here. Self-control.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut
up. Shut up.
He's over there just don't swing.
Yeah.
While we've got a little bit of a lull here before you go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Voodoo Cadillac. Do us a favor. Go to our Facebook page. Send us a private message. Moving on. That was a spandex pop.
That what it was.
This portion of the show brought to you by a joint venture between Big Block Bow and Lululemon.
Lululemon.
Get your Big Block Bow Lululemons.
Hey.
Good for sitting in the garage or just going to Walmart at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to move to Arkansas to wear those every day and fit in.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw them on a couple times just to see what it's all about.
Mama, they're still stuck on just wearing pajama pants everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, just pajama pants everywhere.
Yeah.
My son tried wearing pajama pants to school the other day. He's in high school. He's a freshman. I said, turn around and go change. You're not wearing stinking. He's like, it's PJ day. And I said, shut up. And then my wife walked up and goes, no, for real, it's pajama day. And I'm like, okay, that's the only reason I'm going to let you leave the house like that.
Why is there a day for everything now? Like when I was in school, you got a little ribbon when you had a football game, and that was like the only thing.
Why'd you get a ribbon?
Spirit Week stuff.
You didn't get ribbons? Am I that much older than you?
Yeah, like ribbons for field day.
No, it was like football games. You would get a little spirit ribbon that was like Womp the Warriors or something. Yes.
The Wompers
We only got those if you paid $1.
Yeah, you had to pay $1. Yeah.
Yeah, I never had $1 to get a ribbon. So I was never had a ribbon.
He was busy walking to school because his car was broke down.
Yeah, you know how the Pickards did. Lamborghinis.
So, Doherty, you didn't have those?
Man,
God, this would have been 586.
Sure. And maybe we did have them. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I spent this whole weekend when I wasn't working on this, when I wasn't doing this, I went down every conspiracy theory rabbit hole there is and looked at a bunch of retro stuff. And turns out Tom from MySpace is still alive, and the lead singer of Linkin Park and lead singer of Soundgarden were killed because they were working on some government conspiracy thing. It's been a wild weekend. Like, don't go down those rabbit holes.
How bored have you been?
I'm very, 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 very bored.
Should have came over. I've been working on cleaning the garage for 3 days.
I actually tried to go over to your house, and we'll talk about that after the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I went and bought myself a Black Friday gift. I found a special on Black Friday on fuel injection system, so I bought it.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Was it a good special?
It was a good special.
You walked away feeling good. Awesome.
Walked away feeling good. I thought, man, I'm going to spend a day getting the garage in order, and then I'm going to rip into this deal. Don't want to drive the car one more time before I rip the carburetor off and start putting the EFI on it. And I still can't get the car out of the garage.
Well, my boy warned you.
Yeah. It may
My
never
boy
happen.
warned you.
I was gonna say you were fair warned. Okay.
You
Yeah.
were warned.
Right now, I think I can move like one motorcycle, some cardboard boxes, and then slide your trash can out of the way and back it out. So I'm this close.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I think the kid
So-
was right. I think you're stuck.
Got the fuel injection system. Ordered a digital dash. We'll see how fancy that is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I listened to Bo on that one.
Man, I've heard nothing but good things.
So it turns out he has zero experience, but he's heard a lot of good stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Might as well have been a forum.
All that forum talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodman over here. I'm look at all that.
I just went to www.toocheaptobuyhollystuff.com.
Yeah. I tried to get to that.
And jeez. No, you're talking about a Tinker
Yeah.
monitor. It interfaces with Holly or Fuel Tech or any of that stuff. Apparently, I mean, really, from what I understand, they're pretty solid, pretty good deals
I guess
for like a third of a price of a pro screen
Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
I don't know if there was supposed to be a drag, drive, repeat promo code or anything for the Car Change 3D, but I wasn't waiting to find out. I just ordered it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I just
I
told
gotta-
you, Rob. Fuel injection system, and
I
digital
just told-
display. That's what I got for Black Friday.
I replaced the TV in our bedroom. That was a 43-inch TV with a 65-inch TV. That was my Black Friday purchase.
You get is it like 3D or anything?
No, it's literally a 65-inch. I think it's a TCL. It's a super cheap. It was $228. But I will say this.
TCLs are bad news.
But I will say this: it picture's awesome. It looks really good.
I like the navigation of the TCL smart TV better than my Samsungs.
Yeah, me too.
It's
I'm a
good
Samsung
stuff.
guy. I got Samsung in the living room,
Yeah, same.
but
Man, somebody.
I use Black Friday to update our StreamYard, so we don't have to hit buttons anymore.
I gotta get rid of that tub of cheese.
And I killed the duck.
Eat the whole thing.
Did you eat a whole tub of cheese while you were sitting here watching? I'm not even mad. I'm kind of impressed.
I mean, I got some left. Probably ate 1.5 pounds.
All right. Best cars of the 80s and 90s. Go.
Fox body Mustang.
Doherty, what's your
Obviously third gen Camaro.
I see.
Third gen Camaro, El Camino. I guess somewhere down the list would be a Fox body Mustang.
I mean, I do have a 82 Malibu.
That would.
That's going to be up there on my list. None.
I don't
You guys have to admit the 8793 Fox, or not the 87. I guess Fox started earlier, but the 8793 Mustangs, Fox 82. What year they start? 79. 79.
79 was first Fox body.
They are. Come on,
Man, they made some really ugly ones though.
from 79 to 93.
I thought so.
I mean,
They're an acquired taste.
Some of them were pretty ugly. I think the G body answer could be
G body covers a lot of body styles, and I agree with that though.
yeah.
Can't go wrong. I mean, I'm with you. You can't go wrong with the G body. Can't go wrong with Fox body.
I don't know what a
Merkur XR4 Ti is.
I don't even know what that is.
I feel like that's his idea of a joke. Because I'm pretty sure that's an Escort.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Almost positive.
So, like, to be fair, did you say best 80s and 90s cars in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, but if
That's
you
pretty
want
open.
Rob's got the Maverick. That would have been late 70s. I don't think they made the Maverick into the 80s.
I don't think there was like a bad truck in the 80s.
Well,
Most of the trucks are pretty good in the 80s.
Yeah.
I will get into that in a second. Like what was better though, the square body or the OBS? If we're gonna go Chevy,
I'm going square body.
Yeah, I don't.
It's hard. I like them both. Dude.
Hard to beat a square body.
it is hard to beat a square body.
It's hard to be square body. Also hard to beat a Mazda. I actually had a 90, no, it was an 89 Mazda B2200 extended cab truck before what's up, Eric? Before I got the wagon. And I was going to put a 302 in the Mazda pickup. And then I ended up finding coming across the wagon, so I ditched the Mazda truck. And just a real quick recap, if y'all don't remember that story, I ended up trading that truck for, I don't remember, 13 pizzas and $100, I think.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
A lot of people going with the square body.
Yeah, I think the square body would definitely win that deal.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I think part of that might be the gearhead demographic. Like, there's probably people in the world that don't know what a square body is. Luckily, I don't know them.
But see, you get into the Ford and you go to the 80s and 90s, and you've got the bullnose. That, like, they were all the same body. They just changed the front end on them. But what was the best front end on those Fords? 80s and 90s.
I like the 90s. The bigger headlights, right? With the bigger chrome surrounds.
Yeah.
The like the early 90s, like square looking, like, I hate to call it a square body Ford, but that's what it kind of looked like.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like Ford's knockoff of a square. I think that's the best Ford. When they tried to knock off a square body,
Yeah.
like, even they knew what was good.
Yeah. Yes, we're going to be at PRI for sure.
Very much so. So what about the Dodge? You only had two body styles in the 80s and 90s with the Dodge.
I'm not gonna lie, I never paid much attention to the Dodge trucks.
I don't think anybody did. I think it was always just a work truck. I think it was always just something like until 93 when they came out with that new front end and looked like a tractor trailer and wanted to revolutionize the entire truck industry.
Oh, yeah. The Ram. The new Ram, they called it.
Yeah.
I had them.
Ooh,
Man, can you even find one of those anymore?
a Courier Duvois?
No, the new Ram.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Was that like 93, 94, the new Ram?
Yes.
Can you even find one of those?
Not with an intact dash. No.
Hey, I will say this. I've owned one Dodge truck, and it's the truck I currently own right now. I've never wanted one until I went and drove that truck a few years ago. The smoothest riding vehicle I've ever not vehicle, but smoothest riding truck.
Yeah.
Gobs of power, you know what I mean? For a bone stock truck. I love my Dodge truck. I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of it to buy a better tow vehicle.
Huh.
But Mama wants a camper, so
Oh yeah, you gotta upgrade.
yeah.
Get that camper life going.
Yeah. Gonna go diesel life. I have to.
Man,
I don't know if I want to, but I'm going to.
it's gonna be exciting. Once you go diesel, you don't ever go back.
There's some big changes in my life. Once I go big block, you never go back. Go
Yeah.
diesel,
Yeah. Yeah.
just go fat block.
So let's do this. I went ahead and put a list together, and I kind of did this the same way I did it last time, only I changed a couple little things.
Oh, let me interrupt you. We didn't hit the one Rob asked Chevy Love or Ford Courier.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
I feel like that's a
Love.
good one to talk about. You're gonna go Love.
The Love.
I'm not against Loves, but
I'm going Courier.
I'm going Courier.
I had a 79 Ford Courier, and I don't think you could kill it. I think it's still out there somewhere, just running the streets. It doesn't even have an owner anymore. It's
Just Christine, just cruising.
yeah, just an empty truck out there running around.
It's just driving itself around town.
Yeah.
But the Courier, the V8 swap that everybody's talking about, V8 in either for Rob. Bob sent in Chevy Love, Voodoo Cadillac, Chevy Love with a V8 swap. I think the V8 swap is where it's at on those.
I think that goes without saying.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Somebody put on here Little Red Express.
Yeah.
That was the Dodge to have right there.
We had a guy in our neighborhood growing up that had one, but he didn't take care of it. It was a real pile of crap.
Oh really?
Yeah. And he drove it all the time. He just never, it was just junk.
What an a-hole.
Like the stacks had rusted. So we just ran regular straight pipe exhaust out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we did a poll, I think the Love would
Probably.
definitely
The
muscle
Love
over.
is kind of running away with it.
The Love would muscle over the Courier for sure.
Do you got me not too long ago? I went through a Love phase where I was going to try to get a Love and make that my drag and drive vehicle.
See, Voodoo Cadillac brings up the Warlock. Do you guys even know what the Warlock is?
I don't. Doesn't
It
really
was the Little Red Express, only it was black, usually. And I think it came without the stacks, which sucks because I think the stacks is what kind of made the Little Red Express what it was.
Oh, okay. Black with gold wheels and gold pinstripe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Love did make a diesel. You know who else made a diesel? The S10. There was a diesel in the S10. I seen one for sale on the old marketplace the other day for like it was like a 70-some thousand original miles. It was a pure boner. It like nothing done to it. Little diesel truck. Man, that'd be cool to have. But
What year was that? What year?
I don't remember what year it was. I'd have to try to troll it up again.
What year did they come out of the diesel?
Yeah, I don't know. You're asking me things I don't know the answer to.
Oh, like what body style?
No, this is a square body S10.
Okay, so okay.
Like
gotcha.
a 80s.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it was an 80 something. I want to say it was like an 86 or 87 diesel S10. Oh man, that'd be cool. I don't know what would be cool about it, but
There were a lot of S10s that were kind of weird. They went through 2 different V6s in those trucks, like 3 or 4 different 4-cylinders. Like it was their test platform for smaller stuff.
Well,
I
clearly, the 4-cylinder of choice would be the Iron Duke.
Well, yeah.
I think GM design team might have had some really good weed in the 80s. They did a bunch of weird stuff. Let's throw a diesel motor in this S10. While we're at it, let's throw a diesel in a G body. Who don't need a Monte Carlo with a diesel in it?
Love Diesel was in the 70s.
Hey, I think, and I'm not 100 sure, but I think my
Ooh.
car originally came with a diesel.
Did it really?
I think so.
It was a 350 cubic inch, no turbo, just a
Right. Yeah.
just a clacking its butt down the road diesel. Yeah.
Yep.
Still trying to reach its 0 to 60 time right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cyclone, Typhoon.
Yeah, those are sweet. But it's hard. I don't even think about those because they're unobtainium. Even to this day, I can't afford one of those.
It's true.
Not one that you can go drive.
The
Why
Typhoon,
Tony Angelo built the Cyclone.
Cyclone. The
And it's a ripper.
right?
Lawrence Tolman, who used to be on trucks, he's building his own version of a Cyclone, and it's a supercharged LS and a S10,
Yeah.
all-wheel drive.
You know, Mike had a pretty cool Typhoon for a little while.
Mike did.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But so I went ahead and narrowed down to just like a 1-year period with one exception, and I'll get into that. But I know which way Bo's going to go, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and add this up. We need a best to worst here.
Okay, this is a John thing, not a Bo thing. That's a Bo thing. I had a car just like that.
Yeah, almost identical.
Yeah, different wheels, same hood and everything.
So if we go with those 3, what's a best to worst?
You laid them out that way already.
I'll just flip the 3rd gen and the Fox.
So Fox body first, then 3rd gen, and then Viper.
I was never a Viper guy. I was never, whatever. They're cool. I don't have anything wrong. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a Viper. It's just kind of meh.
This is the one thing I can go against you guys on. Like I was a Viper guy. Like that's the vehicle of choice for me.
Did you have a Viper poster?
I didn't. I think I had a Ferrari poster. I don't know. I had a lot of stuff hanging on my walls.
Did you wear like white pleated pants and a button-up shirt?
Well, yeah. No, those cost money, and I'm kind of in Bo's ballpark on that one.
What?
So now,
what's my ballpark? Let's make that clear first. What are you talking
we both
about?
grew up poor. We've made that.
Oh, yeah. I broke dick for sure. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the Ford square body knockoff.
I disagree.
Really?
This is the obvious exception. I don't believe these came out until like 01.
Yeah.
What order are you putting these in?
No, you're right, John, because the 454 SS truck came out first.
That would be the 454 SS truck.
What year did they come out? 90 or 91?
92.
92.
1 year old.
And Lightnings came out in 93, right?
Yes.
93, 94, 95, I think.
I believe you're correct.
They're both good looking trucks.
Yeah.
A nice 454 SS is on my trucket list.
I didn't have a square Lightning, and I didn't have a 93, 95 Lightning. I had an 2000 Lightning, and it was a blast.
I'm down with the sell the Viper and buy 3 Chevys idea. That sounds like a good one. I bet you could sell that and buy a pretty stellar 454 SS and a nice 3rd gen.
I don't know. I kind of like the Ford at this point, and I think Bo's muted.
I am sorry. It's like I think you can find 3rd gen still pretty cheap, decent ones, but these Lightnings, and they're not so cheap.
Neither is that 454 SS.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Those are, you can find knockoffs, not cheap, and you can find, or I guess clones, not cheap, and total roach coaches aren't even that cheap.
That year of Lightning, was that a bigger motor, Bo?
Yeah, they came with 351s. I've never had one, but if I remember right, had like the tubular like GT40 upper in.
That's right. I think you're right.
I wonder if we compared those 3 trucks in like horsepower per cubic inch, how bad the Chevrolet would lose.
Pretty bad. Trucks did it.
Trucks did it, yes.
Did they really?
They actually did all 3 of the trucks I just brought up. It was the square body Lightning, the OBS 454 SS, and the SRT Dodge.
Did the 454 SS make like 0.6 horsepower per cube?
They were pretty choked down with those heads.
It was bad.
And 3/4 inch tube manifolds.
Yeah.
Britches does have a Lightning. Yeah. I haven't called them Britches in a long time, but yeah, I know you're talking about.
Everybody's got a horrible nickname where we come from. What else were we going to get into? Bo brought up an interesting point that we've talked about several times. Like we focused on the 80s and 90s on this one. We've talked about it before where we said what was the best generation of cars, what was the best decade for the automobile. And I think we actually went against each other on this, but let's hear it one more time just so we can start up a conversation. Doherty, what's the best decade for cars?
60s.
See, I would kind of lean with you on that one. 60s is kind of where I'm at.
I say the 60s because the 70s started the gas wars.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to neck that stuff down. Or I think if we could have just went on not caring, the 70s could have done great things. But the first gen Camaro being the finest automobile ever made, you can't find them in any other decade. So everybody that don't think it's the 60s is just wrong.
I wasn't disagreeing, but I'm with Bob. The other day, whenever we talked about this, I'm not disagreeing saying the 60s are not better than the 70s or the 70s are better than 60s. All I'm saying is you can't completely rule out the 70s because 70 to 72, there were some really badass cars.
Yeah.
Before they started the
look at the like everybody did it. Look at the Mustang in the 60s. And then we go to the 70s and we're like, okay, what's going to make this better? Like 700 more pounds.
And less horsepower.
And they just kind of rolled with that right up until the Fox body.
I agree.
But Bo does have a point. 70 to 72, you still had some really cool stuff out there. You had the Chevelles, you had the split bumper Camaros, you had the early 70s Mustangs, the early 70s Mopar stuff. Like 71 CUDA is the one that you're looking for. If you're looking for a CUDA, it's the 71 Hemi CUDA.
All I'm saying is there's some iconic cars in the first couple years of the 70s, so it's hard just to say you at least have to talk about the 70s in that argument. Yes,
your favorite car was in the 70s.
The 75 or 76 Mustang or the Cobra 2.
The Mustang 2.
Yeah, the Mustang 2. Yeah, those are awesome.
No, I will say that when push comes to shove, I'm not going to agree with Doherty. I'm not going to agree with Bo. I'm going for the 50s. I want the cool cruisers, the big fins, the big bubbly fenders. Like that's kind of what I want.
And that's where the perspective part of this title of our show, or
That's
the
true.
our show comes in, because we have different perspectives on what we think is the best or coolest or whatever.
And you can even go back to the
John and
40s.
John and I are kind of in the same boat. We're more looking at the hot rods, like what makes the most power. What
Yeah.
You're
the funnest
Well,
to drive.
yeah.
The funnest
mash,
drive would be
mash your foot on one of them straight sixes from the 50s.
the funnest to drive is going to be a 49 mark with flamethrower pipes. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Flame job.
I 100% agree, and I say this all the time. The older cars, like especially in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, they have the best trim, they have the best emblems, and they have the best body lines. Whether they be the bubbly, body styles, or the real sharp, you know what I mean? They don't make cars like them anymore. They're sexy. I mean, unless you want to talk about the Cybertruck, it's got some pretty sharp lines.
Oh yeah.
56.
I heard that Wildlife is trying to break into them because they think they're dumpsters.
Not surprised.
That is one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm 50s, Doherty 60s, Bo is early 70s.
Which is also like we're all a little different apart in age. Like you're a little older.
I am.
You're going way back to them 50s. I'm just a tickle younger, 60s. Bo, he's just hit puberty, so he's 70s.
I haven't shaved in like 2 weeks. I got a mustache.
Yeah. One of my nephews asked me why I shaved, and I was like, I was going to let you catch up. I thought we were starting over.
I have to disagree with you, Kyle. 58 Bel Air is a nasty looking automobile.
That's
Voodoo Cadillac makes a really good point. Pop that up there, Fro.
Got it up?
There it is.
Oh yeah.
He's not wrong.
Well, and you also had the Bandit car was a 77.
Yeah.
Catalina. Maybe nobody wanted one of those. I don't know. I thought the hood was awesome.
The Vista Cruiser.
The Catalina had one of them hoods like a 70s Thunderbird, where it's just like it's 9 feet. It's like the Monte Carlo. I guess that's why I like, because I'm a Monte guy. Early 70s Monte Carlo, the first gen Monte. Those are like the hood's 8 feet long. The Catalina was in that same ballpark.
All right. Well, do we want to get straight into Marketplace? Because I got a feeling I'm going to start a fight on Marketplace.
Getting straight into it at an hour in.
Yeah.
Like jumping right in.
I feel like there's going to be a conversation with this, and I want you guys to have time to yell at me.
Fro, you lost a friend.
Plenty of foreplay.
I'm fine with losing friends.
Oh,
it's happened before. I'm sorry, but the 58 just is not.
Hey, you don't have to apologize.
Did they make a bad Edsel?
Yes, all of them. That's why we don't have them anymore.
Come on.
What? I'm just saying.
It's the one Ford-ish product that I actually liked growing up.
And it can look good, but no, there's not one that's like outstanding, because they all kind of look the same for the 3 years that they built them. Possibly 4, depending on who you talk to.
Okay, carry on.
All right, let's get into this. I have taken the prices off of all these so that Mike can shut up.
Well, I want to see some guesses from Mike if he's still on here.
Perfect. Mike, your job is throw out guesses.
I've got a 70 Dodge Charger body for sale. It's rough, but has a good unibody to work with. Needs full restoration. Car was originally equipped with air conditioning, power steering, and power brakes. That's all the description you're going to get.
Yep.
I bet this be rough and overpriced.
Agreed.
I can already oh my God. Like what? What is he selling? What's left? Why?
Well, what you have to remember, John, is that it originally came with air conditioning, power steering, and power brakes.
It was real nice.
So when you drop 90 grand in this deal to restore it, we can have those. It's got to be close to 10 would be my guess.
This is one your buddy's gonna bring over and be like, man, I just need you to just sand it out, just shoot it.
No.
Just get that pea green shiny again.
That is a cool color. I give him that. I do like Dodge colors.
Yeah, Dodge had the cool colors, but
yeah. Okay, 10 grand. We got 7,500, 8,750.
Yeah, there's some probably fairly accurate guesses going on. Yeah. I'd like to hear what would you actually give for this heap?
Hey, I would be surprised if it's below 7,500. Is all I'm saying.
I would too, but zero chance you would ever catch me giving that for one of these deals.
No.
Okay. I'm going to come back to this at the end on value.
What do you mean?
We got to remember things for how long?
Oh, no, you don't have to remember anything. You don't have to remember anything. I got this covered.
Okay.
Oh.
Just here to start.
Kyle went 15 G's. Okay. Dave said 12.5. Rob's back to trading cases of beer. That's his move.
All right, 71. Go ahead.
71 Chevrolet Chevy Van G10. 1971 Chevy C10 short bed for sale. Inline 6 250. Runs and drives 4-speed manual transmission on floor. Is this a van or a truck?
Or is it a van that they turned into a truck?
Or is it a ruck? Is it like a unibody Chevy truck?
I hope it's a van.
Could be some sawzall going on here.
Thank God you went with ruck.
What's
Oh no, here we go. Yeah.
What's open the curtain. Slide it open, Vanna. Oh, that's a pretty solid truck. As soon as we get rid of them wheels, we'll have something nice to look at.
I dig it.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd do much to that. I just make sure that 250 was a banger and put some good wheels on it and then drive the pants off of it.
Yeah. Yep.
That 250 would be probably have to stay. I would give more for this hands down than I would the
Dodge.
The Dodge. Yeah, right now. Right.
Oh, damn.
We can fix that. We can reskin that roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reskin the roof, put a headliner. Let's just take the one bad thing away. Right now, I think that's the one.
I would say between 11, 11.5.
Yeah, we're in the 12 grand range. I'm feeling it. And it sucks because back in the olden days, you'd see a really slick one of them for like 8 and be like, whoa, that guy's crazy.
Rob liked that one. That's 4 cases of beer.
Yeah.
1983 Chevy Caprice wagon 4-door 5.3 LS BTR stage 2 turbo cam 76 millimeter precision turbo triple D triple disc 3600 stall 4L80E AEM 400 inline fuel pump Terminator X electric cutout full length exhaust. There's a bunch of stuff.
Everything that I would have done if I didn't go big block.
Yes.
So why didn't you write just another turbo LS combo?
Because
he could have covered all that stuff with that one sentence.
Yeah. There's a couple different things about this one. It's got an 80 in it instead of a 60. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
MSD two-step. Okay.
What year is this one? What?
It's the biggest year.
83.
Okay.
It's a big girl.
Does that look like mine? Is that a bigger?
It is
That's
a
a
bigger.
bigger version of yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's my big sister, I guess. Little sister.
Yeah.
Little big sister.
Man, even bigger sister back there in the back. Look at that
Wow.
four-door square body.
I like that. What do they want for that deal?
I don't know. Slide that car out of the way. Let's go buy that square body.
Yeah.
But this combo in that square body would be pretty stellar.
Bob says 15K on the C10.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
Yeah.
is that on the other pick?
This thing is absolutely mint on the inside.
What a jerk.
Oh, wow, look at that.
That's
got the
all.
backward facing seat.
The rumple seat back there is
It's pretty cool.
perfect condition. Definite family truckster material. What is getting me is the two different colored floor mats. Like I'm shaving at least floor mat money off on this deal. How do you end up with a bright blue floor mat, but only one of them?
Mm.
I have no idea.
You
What's your
go
guess?
Pro spending a bunch of time looking in the back end.
I'm with Griggs on this one. I think they're probably right at 13. Maybe a touch more.
Really?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
This is a solid car.
Not bad. 2001 Chrysler PT Cruiser Limited Sport Wagon. Full custom, supercharged 5-speed PT Cruiser with fully custom interior and paint, selling for some close friends.
I don't have
You hear
any friends with a PT Cruiser sport wagon.
Did you guys hear the room go dead there? You're welcome.
What are you searching for that this shows up?
Just bear with me. I promise I have a reason.
What the?
I'm doing what I can here, fellas.
Must be a really nice car. It's got a little fence around it at a car show. I'm waiting for Rob to tell me how many cases of beer it's worth.
This is a case and a half because he's drank half a case on the way to go get it.
Yeah. I'll give you half a 6-pack for this deal.
You got to share that with me.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your guess on the PT Loser Cruiser?
I'd probably have to have a solid parts list so I'd know what exactly it is that I'm fencing here.
Someone wants a decent amount for it. That's the thing. But I just hate to even give it the satisfaction of saying 15,000.
So, now let's start the fight here. All 4 of tonight's marketplace ads are still on marketplace right now for $10,000.
Really?
I set the budget at $10,000 and I pulled up 4 vehicles that were all at 10K.
Okay. So I nailed it on the Dodge then.
You nailed it on the Dodge.
I think I said 11.5 on the truck.
We'll have to go back and review the tapes. So for 10K, I know you guys aren't getting the Charger.
No.
No.
I know you're not getting the PT Cruiser.
No.
No.
So
I'll keep my beard, thank
I'll
you.
keep my beer. Thank you.
Kyle says, "I'll buy it, then send it to send the loser off the Canadian cliff."
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Should those cars all be 10,000? Is that really?
We talked about this before. Cars are worth what someone will pay for them.
And I get
Well,
that.
And they've all got, I guess, the Dodge thing. I guess there's crazy people out there that'll actually pay for a clapped out body of a Dodge.
Yeah.
So that one's worth 10,000 to a whole slug of people out there. The C10 is obviously worth 10 grand. Even with the inline six and the only thing really done to that thing was wheels.
Sunroof.
And bad ones. It would have looked better with the stock wheels on it.
Yeah.
But the wagon with the turbo LS combo, and we all know what it costs to do that.
Yeah.
So
there's way more than 10 grand in that car.
yeah, it's not cheap putting that like doing an LS swap, turbo or L80, the whole 9 yards, and then it's honestly a clean body. There's a kitschy cool factor to the big booty wagon. And then that other car, man, I guess there's people with way more money than sense that'll throw it at a PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
But I don't know those people. I don't think any of them are watching this deal.
Probably not.
The C10,
Yeah,
number one, C10 is worth it for sure.
Yeah, if I had to buy these in order, C10 first, then the wagon, and then I'm not buying the two.
And then the other two,
no,
not at all.
So are you going with the PT Cruiser first or the 70 Charger?
What do you mean?
Like we have to buy one?
Yeah, like let's narrow it down to those two.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I guess I might.
PT
I don't know.
Cruiser.
I'd probably take the Dodge because I think you're more likely to get rid of it for half your money back than you are the damn PT Cruiser. I think the PT Cruiser, you pull that blower off and you pull, I don't know. Surely there's something else worth something on that deal. I don't know what it is, but maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of people going with the wagon on that one.
Really?
That's right. Long roof life. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I think we've reached the end of another one. This one's been fun.
The climax.
And I'm spent.
A lot of comments on this one. This one's been a blast. I'm kind of digging the live stuff now.
Man, the like 58 minutes of foreplay for 16 minutes of marketplace.
Hey. There's whole shows out there on YouTube right now making fun of marketplace ads.
Yeah.
We just want to throw it in at the last minute. I don't want to be one of those guys.
I didn't send it to you guys, but I was scrolling Facebooks the other day, not last week or so, and I seen where 1320 posted pictures of do you remember the Camaro that was in the Camaro in the front, and there was to a one wheel in the back to a motorcycle that we had?
Yeah.
They posted it on their deal saying, "What the hell is this thing?"
Was it a Camaro or a Mitsubishi Eclipse?
The one I'm thinking of is a Camaro.
Okay. But all right. Well, I think we're done. I think it's time to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Theoretically, as soon as I hit end stream, it's going to play our outro. Is there anything you guys want to throw in here at the end before we jump off?
Do we have an outro?
We have an outro now.
It's the same thing.
Actually, you might watch.
Did you change it?
I changed it a little bit. I'm not particularly happy with it. I'm probably going to change it again.
Jeez. Hold on. We have a new person just posted. I don't know how to. I'm not going to murder the first name, but something drywall and paint.
Palacios.
Hey, that's pretty good.
You probably did a better job than we would have.
Yeah, I was gonna butcher it, man. All right, what's up, fellas?
Hey,
Ladies, whoever.
when you say the word scent, is the S or the C silent?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
All right.
That's where we're at in life.
Rob, the video after we shut down the live stream, you can go back and rewatch the video, comment your opinion on the video.
Yeah.
But we got to end this the same way every time. Bo,
See ya.
Doherty,
Everybody love everybody.
let's see if this works.